Sir, welcome. Thanks for coming on. We're talking about the state of the war, the conflict with Iran right now, and the strikes, as we've been discussing, are not slowing down anytime soon. We've heard from Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas saying that the time has come for Gulf countries to step up. Let's listen.
The point is that they're decades away from having nuclear weapons, and that we can play whack-a-mole going forward. But here's another question that I have, and it's not for you. It's for the Gulf Coast countries. We have defanged Iran. Now it's their turn to go in and finish the job that they need to finish. They need to send their ground troops in if that's what it takes. But it should not be American soldiers that are leading the way. I think that they have a responsibility here as well. We've done our job.
Congressman, curious to get your thoughts on that analysis.
Yeah, well, I think that it's very important to realize that Iran is untethered to reality in any way if they don't think that the United States of America military can turn them into a parking lot. And they need to be negotiating with the president. Now, if what the senator said is going to happen, I think it's very important to realize for the Iranians that these Middle Eastern countries, they might be a stick and Iran might be the carrot, but we're a tree and we will absolutely swing a bat at them if they're not careful. Because what we're not going to do is we're never going to allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon because we know they will use it.
Absolutely. We did hear from Senator Thune as well. He says he's open to try to get the Democrats here to. They're right now trying to hold up this defense bill. What's it going to take to get the Democrats to come around? We know that this war is something that we want to end, but we also need the funding to make sure that it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the Democrats have proven that what they're going to continue to do is obstruct and fight, because you saw Hakeem Jeffries get absolutely smoked in his own backyard in primary elections by socialists. And so he knows if they don't fight the president that they're going to lose. Now, what that means for us is that we have to win because these radical Democrats are always going to vote to stop the president. Now, the president is trying to do what's best for the American people, but the Democrats don't want that. And so it's very, very important that we beat them. But I'm on the budget committee, and today we're marking up a reconciliation package that is going to fund our military. It's so important because we have to do peace through strength, which is what we lacked for 4 years, and we've got it now, and Iran has to know that.
You know, another priority for the president, I'm sure you know, Congressman, is the Save America Act. He wants to see this thing passed. He wants to make sure it's just Americans voting in American elections. It's being held up in the Senate, as we know. Your fellow Congress members, though, getting it passed again yesterday by attaching it to the new spending bill. So you think this maneuver is actually going to work in getting it through the Senate this time around?
Well, I mean, I think it absolutely must, because this is a must-pass piece of legislation. It's important to the president. It's also important to me. It's important to every Republican in the House of Representatives, which is why we've passed it now like 6 or 7 times and sent it over to the Senate, where it continues to die. The Senate must do their job. They must pass this bill, because illegals cannot be having a voice in our elections. That is not an option, and we have to stop them and pass the Save America Act. It is critical.
You're up for re-election here as well in November. What is your message to the voters of North Carolina?
Well, I think it's clear. You can either trust Republicans, who have proven that we are the best on the economy, we're the best on safety, we back the blue, we support ICE, we support all the things that you elected us to do in 2024. Now, and in 2026, we're going to do it again. But what the Democrats will do, they are socialist, Marxist, communist openly. And that we know that doesn't work. But what every Democrat that's going to come into the House is going to have to realize is that if you don't bend to the socialist wing of your party, you're going to see exactly what happens, and you're going to lose your reelection. So they have to go further and further and further to the left, and that frightens me quite a bit. But you can either pick capitalism and patriotism, or you can pick Marxism and socialism. It's a very clear black and white choice.
Well, you've got members who've served for a long time in the Senate in particular. Chuck Schumer, by the way, who's also sort of navigating the new direction the Democrat Party seems to be taking, which, of course, is very, very left of center. And because of this, he is no fan of the Save America Act. Here's what he had to say the other day.
Republicans should know by now that it ain't going to fly with us, with the courts, or with the American people. I'll say it as many times as it takes. The SAVE Act is dead on arrival here in the Senate. I don't care how Republicans try to package their plan to resurrect the old ghost of Jim Crow. We will kill it.
He's not alone, Congressman. Senator Slotkin of Michigan said the Save America Act would make it hard for any Democrat in any state to win any election. I mean, what's the real motivation behind them not wanting to see this passed?
I mean, they're saying the quiet part out loud. They know they can't win if we stop the cheating, we stop the stealing, and we stop the illegals from voting. They can't win, which is why this is so important. But the Democrats are afraid. They know that this is it for them. All of the illegals that California gave driver's licenses to, all of the folks that New York did the same, that is who they are counting on to come and vote. And if they don't have that, it's a very big problem for them. And so Chuck Schumer is just, what a loser. I mean, the guy, he is untethered to reality, and he cannot regain control of the Senate because, you know, look, the Democrat Party right now, AOC is a moderate. That is where we're at on that side of the aisle, and it is terrifying.
All right, tell us how you really feel.
That's
right?
what I was thinking. Tell us how you really feel there, sir.
We appreciate you taking the time, though. Joining us here on First Edition, Congressman McDowell, thanks so much.
Thanks, sir.